Roll with that. Hopefully these work. Almost made it on time. What is this punctuality you speak of? I don't know. Tell me. Whatever. I'm here to actually do the show, which is nice. I just checked StreamYard, by the way, and I do have at least a couple hours left, so I should be good doing this. I did say I would do something during the week. I thought it'd be Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, but you know, hell, how's this for a for a story? If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I made a post and mention about the topic for today. I already got people piling in. What's going on? Bolo, nice to see you. Juan, how you going, man? Well, rooftop Mexican in the house. At least one of them. The other one is around here somewhere. Let me open this up here too. Got a minute. Might drop the streamer link. We'll see. We'll see if I can get it pulled up here. Actually, also trying out a new pair of spectacles here. Those are nice mirror ones, and that's fine. But mirror and the Polaroid, so a little bit harder to see with. At least it's on the screen. So these are supposed to be photochromics, which basically means the more light that hits it, and especially like UV light, they're supposed to darken, and these do not seem to do that. But while they are polarized, it's a lot easier for me to see these. And then, and one of the reasons I'm doing this this early, one, I woke up at an ungodly hour of the fucking night or the day again for the third fucking time in a row. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what's going on. Tune in my channel so I can see the chat on here too. Do I have a story to get to? Yes, we'll get to it, goddammit. Pause that. Cool. There's all the comments right there. I might go back to the mirror ones. It's not all that bad. These are actually pretty good just for like what I want to do when I'm done with this. Go outside. The sun is out. It's gonna be. This is the last day the sun's gonna be up like this. Next few days are gonna be going back to normal 60s, overcast, whatever, which is totally fine with me. But hey, you know what? Get all the natural sunlight you can. There's your health tip for the day. Along with drink your coffee with Irish cream. Because life is too short not to. God damn it. Anyhow, I guess on to the story. Right, so I've got this question quite a few times. Most notably for me, it's the lady, or it's one of the ladies I'm talking to right now, the one that it's been the most constant as far as keeping in contact goes. Because like most of them, they all want to know, like what you do, what you want, all this kind of stuff. Gave her kind of idea of what I do. I drive for a living. I go pick shit up and get it to people quickly. And the quicker I do that, the more that I make. So, but it's what I tend to wear when I'm out, doing my job. And part of that started as a fitness experiment. And I just incorporated because it actually works as sort of an armor too. Basically, it's about 50 pounds or so of metal weights. Part of that being a metal. But all this is going to be important later on in the story. The reason I'm mentioning this. Oh. Weight vests, that's mostly metal. Both metal and arm, hand and leg weights, basically gauntlets. You know, shin and arm, forearm, elbow, forearm guards, knee guards, all that stuff. And then what will be most notably will be right helmet, respirator, the hammer, which made an appearance last night. The bear spray that could reach out upwards of 30 feet. What the hell is going on in the background here? Do I even want to know? Whatever, we'll still stream this. My lighting doesn't look too bad today, by the way. That's interesting. Oh, I have that off. This Saturday is going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm going to be here early, and we're just going to run out the rest of my damn stream time. That's what's going to happen. Kate, everything else. Yeah, so I say I pretty much stand out when I'm out there, but there's a reason for that. I mean, and she's like, why you dress like that? Like city working. It's not Inglewood where I'm from, although that's a lesson that you tend not to forget. It's not Compton. It's not South Central. It's not Detroit. It's not Chicago. Now, in certain parts of New York City, can't be that bad. Oh, not Portland. Speaking of another city up here, it's like, so why are you dressed full boog? And then she's not the only one that's brought this up. I mean, it's I've been in line at a certain drive-in that I may or may not have mentioned here a few times. Where I'm standing in line and people was like, dude, I gotta know, like, what's going on? Like, why do you look like you're dressed for war? And as Joe Dolio of tactical-wisdom.com has so succinctly put it when I went to go get his book in, somehow Houston Subgirl ended up getting her book, her copy before I did. Why she would need a baseline training manual like this. Go check out that website, by the way, tactical-wisdom.com. As he so succinctly put it, Bacon, you live in a war zone. And he's not wrong about that. It's been mostly peacetime here, for the most part. Here where I live now, and for the most part in country where I work. But you never know when that's not going to be the case. Hence what happened last night. Look who showed up. What's up, Bull Rush? Everybody go get a razor from him, by the way. LazarusRazors.com. Let's see if he wants to show up. Oh, yeah, it's hot in here. Kind of hard to run the fan and the coffee maker at the same time for some reason. They're on the same breaker. Damn it. Here, fuck things up. All right. Hopefully that works. I got the next hour, hour and a half though. So I mean, so last night was a perfect example. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that story I got posted last night. It was about 30 minutes or so after it happened. I was in a lot of the only grocery store that I actually shop at in person, but it was literally the last run I had. You know, it's somewhere in Capitol Hill and Easley. It's her Twitter handle, Easley Resistance or something. Some girl that lives up that way in Seattle. I made sure to tag her in that too because, well, again, that's an area that she lives in, or at least close by. As I found out, yeah, apparently I sent her the actual address of it, and she knows exactly where it is. But I pull up to this address. It's a address I've been there before, and it's not exactly what you would call a bad neighborhood, but shit has gone down there before. And so I pull up. There's this guy. It's one of these entrances I was explaining. It's like there's a door. There's maybe about 8 feet of space or something between that and the stairs, and then there's a little wheelchair accessible ramp that kind of goes away from the stairs and it goes up, so people can roll their wheelchairs up, or their rascals, or whatever the fuck people are, that are, they don't have working legs, or legs that they don't want to work. They can go ahead and use that. Jesus Christ, what is going on now? Okay, whatever. Anyways. And so the guys on this, there's a guy sitting there, fairly large guy, as I figured out later. He's shorter than me, maybe about 5'10", 5'11" or something. A little bit more portly, but not a small fella. He's sitting basically in the middle of these steps, and as I'm approaching, he I weighed miles between just taking the ramp just to walk up, or trying to squeeze past him or something. I saw he was in the middle of the steps, so just to be polite, I just went ahead and took the ramp. Passed him, just said, "Hey, good evening." Turn that off so I'm not inflating my own numbers here. I try not to do that. Oh, you want me to rate YouTube? Okay. You know what? Stop making me do the work I had to do last night. I'll talk about that later. Last night was a pretty fucking wild night, just as a whole. When I walk up, I say, "Hey, good evening." Just acknowledging the guy's presence. And the person who had placed the order had given me an entrance code. And not only that, gave me an entrance code, with the correct format that needs to be put in. Okay, hit the star and then hit these buttons and doors should open. Usually that happens. Usually that works when they actually take the time to do that. And I'm hearing this guy in the background. He's muttering a whole bunch of bullshit. I don't know. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Something about white supremacy or something. And then he starts talking about, he starts, get off my property, like get the fire, like before I fuck you up, some shit like that. And he's kind of saying it under his breath. I mean, so right now I'm like, okay, this shit could escalate. I mean, so I'm keeping my eye on him, while I'm trying to get in. Meanwhile, in the background, let me grab one of these. We'll show this off later. I'll show off Bull versus Razor again. You know, I'm trying to put the code. Surprise, surprise, the fucking code doesn't work. Like, well, great. That's what I fucking need. Hang on a second, I need to check something real quick. Goddamn photochromics my ass. Okay, now I can actually see properly. So now I've got to get her on the phone. You know, I look through the box, see if I can kind of guess which names is hers. I couldn't find anything, so now I'm powering on a speaker so I can talk to her. I have to use that because the speaker that's on the device I work for or that I work with, you know, that doesn't work. So I have to use it over the loudspeaker I use to listen to a lot of shows. Like what was it? John Crump, I think I was listening to last night. John Crump Live. Go check him out. What are we talking about today? I'm in the middle of it right now. There's a confrontation I had just last night. I'm just about to get into it. Vicky, why do you dress the way you do? Like you know you're about to get into a fight with a platoon of goddamn hooligans. I don't know. You're about to find out. Problems with StreamYard. I'm shocked. Jesus. What's up, Confident Man? He's just around, you know, like the Let 'Em Burn show that, who's hosting it? I think Bull Rush hosted last week, so Rob Says is going to be hosting it this week. So go check out Rob Says and Masculine Geek as well. Usually see him around there. But yeah, so I'm getting her on the phone, like, hey, you know, this guy starts asking what I'm doing. I was like, I'm here delivering shit. And he found, you know, by this time I already had my damn hammer in my hands. Hang on. I'll go tell you. I'll go show you which one I have. Yeah, I should probably stop putting in here. Should be on first place. By the way, compliment you. Streamer usually Streamer is actually pretty solid. Most of the problems that I had with the Streamer is actually my own damn devices. So there we go. So this is the hammer that I carry every day. It's a dead-on hammer. You can even see it if says dead on right there. And it's magnetically held to my vest. Oh, the Path Unknown just put out a video. Hey, y'all go check him out. That's Chris Morales. He was interviewed on this channel. Just leave that there. This is a pretty sizable fucking hammer. This is what, 19, 20 inches long? It literally has a handle that, like, even with my my big ass ham-fisted hands, like I can hold this damn thing two-handed if I need to. So by the time I'm set to this might escalate quickly. That's already in my damn hand. So he gets up, he starts approaching, starts screaming, getting even louder. And fuck, F you, M-bomb, all this other stuff, and by the time he starts getting in range, I start holding, like, hey, keep your shit back. And I basically had to hold him back while I'm talking to my fucking customer on the phone. Like, excuse me, ma'am, this is Bacon. Your door code isn't working. And I can't find you in the box. Would you mind coming to get your order? Or tell me what I'm looking for on this thing so I can get to you. Oh, and by the way, would you mind calling 911? Because I have this fucking lunatic, being held at Hammer Point, basically. Like, I'm doing all this shit in the background. Like, well, I have this guy, like, held up like this. Meanwhile, he's fucking screaming in the background and shit. And so, well, 2 or 3 minutes later, who knows how long, she finally comes out. Kind of cute lady, actually. You know, she comes out and she's like, yeah, I'm so sorry, or whatever. Like, now I'm handing her an order. I'm handing her order while holding this guy back. She gets her order. He's still screaming like, get off your problem. I'm basically telling her, look, I'm not leaving until my fucking job is done. And now weighed my options. There were several, as some of the people in the comments section on Twitter noted. You know what? I could have walked out and made her come all the way out. I wasn't going to do that. No, if for no other reason, you know what? She tipped me rather well for that. So, you know what? You pay the money, and I'll do what I can not to make you do extra work for me to do my job, which is for you not to have to do the extra work of getting your shit anyways. Right? So, B, that's just me. Like, I don't back down. Don't worry, Compliment Man. I want to finish my story now and get to your comments. No, I'm not going to back down from this fucking piece of shit. And hell, I pretty much had him dead to rights anyways. All right. He's already at Hammer Point. He's unarmed. And I kind of checked, unless he's got really good concealed carry, he didn't have anything to draw anyways. Plus, he was too close. Even if he did, he's way too close. People forget, like, if you're trying to draw and you're within like 10 feet of somebody, that's real fucking risky. Real risky. I mean, obviously, I'm already onto the guy. But even if I didn't have the damn hair, I have, you know what? The guy's going to punch you. What is he going to do? Hit my fucking helmet? Punch my metal vest? Get blocked by a fucking metal gauntlet? Take a punch with 6.5 pounds of extra pounds behind it? Take a kick with 7 pounds of extra force behind it, or 7 pounds of extra weight behind it. That's without me knowing a lot of the shit that I know and that I've done. Of course, this guy didn't know that, and I don't even think he would have cared if he did. Homeboy was clearly out of his fucking mind. But I get him. I get that layer order. I get out of there, and I'm going back to my car. The guy's now starting to follow. I was like, okay, you know what? Now we're getting off the property. We're on public property now. Now this guy might need to get fucking hit. I turn around, Brandon's fucking the hammer again. Guy stops. So fine. I keep walking back to the car. He's still screaming off his ass. Now he's got his phone out and he's filming me for whatever fucking reason. So I decided, what the fuck am I doing? I should have gotten this on camera anyways, which, I kind of had my hands full, handing the customer her order, and holding this guy back with the other. So, hey, forgive me if I didn't get all of that on camera. Sorry. So I decided, what the fuck am I doing? So I get on my camera, like I take a picture, and that was a thumbnail I took here. Yes, I know the picture quality fucking sucks because one, I suck at taking pictures. Two, dealing with an active fucking active altercation here. Jesus Christ. Get out of here. What the fuck? Okay. Hang on a second. This thing on still? Okay, cool. Jesus Christ. This is what happens when I wake up at ungodly hours of the morning. It's bad enough as if it's ungodly hours of the afternoon, but ungodly hours of the morning. Holy shit. So he's still screaming, and then, I'm not one to just let that shit slide. So I have my own choice words, and then there was a 39-second clip. You guys likely saw that. If you haven't, go on Instagram. It's the latest post. Just swipe to the right a few times. It was on Twitter too, and I tagged a bunch of people in that. Just most of the guys, and then what's her name, Easley, because she lives in that area, or at least close by. So yeah, like, again, there was the article that I had, was titled, what was it, Zombie? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Give me a moment. Shit, I don't want to look for it. It was an article I typed a while back. Basically state, like most of these motherfuckers, like, they're too goddamn stupid. They won't recognize the threat until it's almost too late. And this is damn near a perfect example of that. Because the only thing that held this fucking idiot back, I almost said the R word. And who knows, with everybody getting fucking swatted these days, like even the channel as small as this one, that might get me fucking swatted. All bets are off these days. I mean, but it's a perfect example. This guy's sitting there running his fucking mouth. Meanwhile, like, I'm dressed like I might have to deal with the entire fucking crowd of rioters because I almost actually have more than once. I, at least physically, with everything I have on, outweigh this guy. I'm physically larger than him, but, fit, not fat like this fuck was. Or is, rather. All right. And you know what? The fucking retard, he's still running his goddamn mouth. He's still talking shit. Like, the only way this motherfucker is going to shut up is if I physically take this fucking thing and remove his fucking jaw. Oh, Jesus. I misspelled it. It's zombie with an M as in Mike, not November. I mean, so that's one thing that I already had to deal with. That there was a skateboard attack that I had talked about a few months ago. One of the reasons I wear the damn suit that I have now to at all. It's the reason I have it. It's the reason I rebuilt my damn armor. I mean, there's a few extra situations you can kind of de-escalate, which is kind of what I did. But only because I had a fucking weapon at this guy's face. Join Loser, I need to get that removed. Well, hell, I need to get the whole damn website redone. Well, it's still there for now, so whatever. Second. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. See you in a little bit. There we go. Yeah, but this has been a thing for a while, and that's the reason I named this. Well, I was gonna name it. I was gonna actually name it. The hard R nigga moments. I even found that's actually a pretty lively hashtag on Instagram. Believe it or not. Hang on. No, here's what happened, and this is kind of related. It's sort of in the same area. The neighborhood's still the same. So this time, I think I had fixed my stun baton, and I finally found the holster for it. Hey, hey, in case like this, might be a good de-escalation tactic because, like, then at the time, most people they're not going to approach you if like you're like arcing this in. I mean, that's the whole point of have one of those. Kind of same scenario. I walk by this guy with his dog or whatever, and dog starts barking at me. He gets pissed off about that for whatever reason. Starts yelling at me. I, of course, being who I am, I start yelling back at him. By the way, this is also while I have a customer on the phone. Funny how this keeps happening. Hey, fuck you, asshole. Why don't you come do something about it, you goddamn cocksucker, whatever. Okay, your door's over here. Okay, all right. I'll see you in a minute. Hang on. Thanks for the help. Same fucking thing. Same thing happened. So I get her order. I'm coming back. Now I come around. Now it's him and another guy, armed with a skateboard. He's coming after me. Stun baton comes out. I market it. This guy does not slow down at all. And by the way, this is some little fucking waif of a guy, but with like fucking like long shaggy ass hair. Couldn't weight more than 130 pounds soaking wet. I'm getting to my car. He's still coming. Like, shit, I want to get in, but I also don't want to get my fucking windows broken. So he swings. I block with the damn stun baton in my hand. It instantly snaps it too. So it shows you how much that was fucking worth. He swings again. I block again. This time I actually just throw out a side kick. Knocks him back. Which, since he wasn't knocked over, means I didn't get him as good as I wanted. And he's still talking shit, much like the other guy. But at least this time, like now I'm pissed. Now I'm coming after him, and guess what? He's still talking shit, but he's backing up. Hence, go read this fucking article. Like, I'm not kidding. Just type in zombie. If you can get to the search bar, just type in zombie. And this is why I wrote it. That story is in there, along with I think it was whatever I recorded afterwards. And if you're wondering why I don't have a body cam, it's because I have a helmet cam. I actually brought that in, and I'll see if I can get to it today. Hopefully it was recording, because if it was, then I'll actually have the footage of pretty much what happened. Yeah. Skateboarders, by the way, obviously, bit of the lack of melanin color there. Sorry. Mega moments ain't just for black people, but this is exactly what reminded me of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up the Boondocks. Had a whole episode about that. I think it was episode 4. It was one of my favorites, actually. I still remember the one scene where they showed the one where the two black people were getting into it, and you know, and of getting shot by the cops because they're shooting at each other. Then they have the white guy, like this guy's angry at him for just random ass reasons like this one. Like, all I'm doing is my fucking job. And this fucking jackass is trying to start shit for no fucking reason. And that he was kind of the same phase. Okay, I think he was kind of looks like the busy guy, like a little bit overweight in a suit, something like that. Let's see if we can find it actually. Hang on. Watch, I'm gonna get hit for fucking I'm gonna get hit by copyright infringement. Actually, this is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But these two are arguing, and the guy comes to Epiphany. Epiphany is like, "Wait a minute, I'm white," and then just walks away, smiling and shit. And the guy, like, it was a crazy line, but it was like, it's no less accurate. It's like, what are you doing? Like, this is a perfectly good moment to throw your life away. I mean, and that could have very well have happened. I mean, okay, I could have gotten off the property. First of all, that wouldn't have shut this guy up anyways. So that would have been pointless. Number one. Number two, I ain't running. I already did enough of that shit. I'm not doing it again. Jeez, this is 13 years ago. I mean, the other option was, again, could have taken this and would have went whoops upside your head, or did anything else. And then what? And this is, I mean, I alluded to this on Twitter. Like, that was the other option. Like, I could have had this guy bloodied and on the ground pretty damn easily, whether he swung or not. But then instead of a situation, where this guy's being held at bay, while she's apologizing profusely and, getting her ordered and going back in, and he's now screaming at her because apparently her being a white chick matters. Oh, and somehow, even with my skin color, I'm somehow a white supremacist. It's seriously, you can't make this shit up. But what would the scenario have been if, instead of that happening, as bad as that was, she comes out, this guy's on the ground, jaw at a position that it shouldn't be at, possibly blood on the ground, possibly with him, like riding the painter, something like that. Do you think she would have just let that go? And so, I mean, that's why I said what I said. You know what? Hey, maybe I would have liked to did a lot more. Maybe I would have liked to actually taught him a lesson. You know what? I get the feeling people like that. I found that part. This actually should be short enough for me to do it. God damn it! Will you go back to 10 seconds? Okay, I gotta do it manually. Son of a bitch. There it goes. There we go. All right, cool. I got that queued up. It might help if this is on. Yeah, you know, for one, I walked away. I got out of there. You know, the cops weren't called. You know, I didn't have to sit there for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, to sit there and answer questions. You know, even if I did walk away, you know, I would have been proven in the right. Pretty sure there's cameras on the property that recorded everything. I had my own helmet cam recording things. You know, I don't have to deal with that fucking, you know, that being some sort of investigation. You know, I don't have to waste my time dealing with that shit, you know, and that's the best case scenario. Well, if the cops, for whatever reason, don't believe me, now I'm getting booked into fucking jail. Now I got to post bail. Now I got to go back to court or go to court. 1 times, 2 times, however many. There's complications of shit that you don't want to deal with. And you know what? I managed to avoid all that shit, even though it got pretty fucking hostile. So, a situation like that where you can walk away, that's another situation. That's a good thing. Hell, it just made me think of another situation that it actually, there was a reason I actually have that saying. I mean, as far as that guy goes, yeah, I did want to teach him lesson 1. The only way he's going to learn a lesson is if he ends up in the hospital, if not the ground, which, I mean, you can't learn any lessons when you're dead. That very well could have happened last night. But I don't think I'm someone who's going to have to teach him that. You know, SPD did not need to get called out for that particular altercation. I mean, I managed to handle that one okay. Again, sitting here talking to you about it instead of you reading about it on the news. But somebody like that, somebody that's stupid enough to make those kind of decisions, especially against somebody who is, you know, physically superior to him, you know, he's going to find a way to learn that lesson. SPD is going to get called for this guy with or without my assistance. So I don't need to, no, I didn't need to do anything. I'm glad it happened that way because you know what? I got to go. I went to go show one of the guys that also has to deal with situations like this on a regular basis at that shop that I was talking about. Jesus. Why is she sending me shit on the middle of a show? God damn it, Nicole. What the hell? It's some Instagram TV model, whatever. It's for whatever reason she sends me like photos and reels and shit. Okay. Went did that, came home, fucked around on Twitter, read and answered some emails, made some food, had a good time, and went to bed and all stuff. I got to sleep in my own damn bed. Had I not handled this situation the way I did, I might not have. Again, I might not be here. Let's see if this plays here. Hey, if we're gonna call this the in-law moment, we might as well play at least a little bit of this footage.
Be the 3rd leading killer of black men behind Pork Chops and Fiend.
And
But they all end up bad. If they had their own category, Nigga Moments would be the 3rd leading killer of black men behind Pork Chops and Fiend. It's a fact. Now let's see how a nigga moment affects a white man.
Watch where you walking, bitch.
What did you... Wait a minute. I'm white.
Where you going? Don't you ignore me. This is a perfectly good moment to throw your life away.
God, that was a good show. Hey, am I still alive? I haven't gotten kicked off of here yet. Okay, cool. Yeah, but it's not wrong. I mean, and the other part of that scene is like 2 guys, they bump into each other. They start getting angry, and then one pulls out a pistol. The other one pulls out like a MAC-10 or something. They start shooting each other, and they're point blank, and no bullet hits the mark. And then at the time, you know, like at the time they kind of realized that, like, hey, you know, like, you know, this is stupid. Why don't we just go our separate ways? The cops show up and just start firing off at them. God, that was a hell of a show. I mean, but that shit really happens. I come from an environment where that shit happens. I work in an environment where, as you can fucking see, that shit happens. I mean, so don't think that shit can't happen at any fucking moment. I mean, it was a rather quiet time. I mean, okay, what was it, like 11:50 or so when this happened? Coming up at the end of my shift or whatever. Quiet time. Most of the streets are quiet around this time. It is actually is a, you know, relatively quiet street. A little bit questionable at times, but quiet. And goddamn it, SPD is going to they're going to be so pissed at me that I actually said that fucking word, because just, hey, you know what? They have politely yet firmly asked me not to refrain from using that particular Q word. God damn it! So this is what happens when I get riled up. Start forgetting this kind of stuff. I mean, don't think that shit can't happen. And you know, Boris made a comment like, oh, maybe I was lucky. You know, maybe I was. Well, I think I was lucky. The guy at least was as out of his damn mind as he was. He was at least cognizant of, like, hey, that's a real piece of steel, and that's why I started carrying this. This is the reason I fucking carry it. It's called the attitude adjuster for a reason. At least he was cognizant of, you know, like, to not get so retarded that I actually had to use the damn thing. You know, but don't think that shit can't happen. Mega moments do not just apply to the black community. Hey, did it just get dark in here? Okay. Sorry, Competent Man, if you're still watching. I had to get through that. I did hear something about this earlier today on Twitter. It's hilarious emails coming out from Fauci. Talk about masks do nothing. And another guy thanking Fauci for mucking up the inquiry of COVID. Hey, from oh, I call it the retardemic for a reason. It's pretty much what it was. All this stuff is retarded. All of it. The whole mask thing, all that was is it was to see, you know, just how compliant and you know, the populace would be in basically subjugating each other. And guess what? It worked like a fucking charm. I mean, at least I won't even call them sheep, because at least sheep are useful. With USA funding, because USA can't do that kind of research, then the USA is legal. Yeah, look, I'm not too versed on that. I mean, all I know is, like, I'm trying to ground the philosophy behind it and all that stuff. I don't know the specifics. You know, the reason I don't is because, fuck am I gonna do about it? I rather sit here, drink coffee and water and booze. Yeah, I'll tell you the story behind walk away. You know, any situation you can walk away from is one you handle correctly. It's another one that I really wanted to inflict more damage than I did. I wanted to inflict more damage. Jesus Christ. Whoops. God damn it. Cool, that's still alive. I can at least hear my my audio quality isn't terrible. That's nice. Go back up real quick. Put that back. So this was back in the party riding days back in LA. So I'm hanging out with my buddy Jero. I mean, he's a good guy. Big lanky dude, about 6'4", 6'5". He, you know, I think I was staying at his house for the night. He didn't want to back all the way home. And what the hell is the name of that complex down there? I can't remember what it's called. It's where the Magic Johnson Theater is, somewhere in L.A. Lamar Park is near it, too. Leimart, if I remember correctly. And we're there, and we have a third guy with us. I mean, the ride had just ended. I don't remember exactly where he was going, but, you know, like, we're just sort of escorting him a little bit. And we stop at some statue or something that's by there. I think it's called Westville Park now, actually, or Westville Mall. Big mall area. It's off of Crenshaw. Actually, shit, I want to look for it now. Hang the fuck on. And we're hanging out there doing our thing for whatever reason. And, you know, these two guys show up. I'll let you guess the skin color. And the only reason I'm not turning the lights off is because I'm too lazy to get up and have my hands full anyways. There's San Francisco, where Juan lives. Santa Maria, Los Angeles. And so they're like talking shit for whatever fucking reason. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on them. The third guy we have, you know, like, he manages to disappear. So that just leaves Jero and I. And so for whatever, they start going after him. I mean, he's not even really talking shit. He normally is talking shit. This time he really wasn't. I need to find where my house is first. Damn it. God, it's been a while since I've lived out there. No, it was off of Crenshaw Boulevard. Okay, here we go. Lamar Park. Baldwin Hills. That's what it is. Baldwin Hills. Or not Baldwin Hills. I think that's just that's the shopping mall or whatever. Okay, yeah. Damn, I was right. Yeah, it was off of Crenshaw and Martin Luther King Boulevard. Funny how a street named after some guy who was supposed to be a champion of the seas, you know, up here, down there, whatever. That happens to be a place where a whole lot of fucking violent shit goes down. Funny how that is. So both of them, they start going after him. They try to tackle him. I guess they were trying to steal his bike or something. He managed to fend them off. He gets on his bike, you know, takes off. As I'm watching this, I now have, you know, I've drawn a blade. That's cool. I fucking found it. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings there now. And you know, I get on my bike. I start to follow him. You know, I pass them, and now they're chasing me. They're trying to take me down now. You know, I'm accelerating, but you can only accelerate so fast on a bike, even with the bike that I had. I mean, it was basically built to accelerate. But accelerating on foot, well, you know, if they're on foot, they're gonna be able to accelerate. They're not gonna be able to go as fast as you in the long haul. It's kind of like a motorcycle and like a supercar. Motorcycle at the first part of the sprint is gonna smoke it, but you know, Lamborghini or Porsche or whatever, it's going to eventually catch up to it. But the guy gets close enough where he could have grabbed me. So I have my blades. I have it reverse grip. Jesus, reverse grip. So I take it. stab back, and basically I put the point like right where his solar plexus is. The guy looks down, like he looks at his shirt, and do you think the guy thought that maybe he was making a questionable life decision? Fuck with us? Oh no. He gets even angry. He's like, "You trying to stab me?" And he just kept running. Like by that time, I built him a steed. There was no way he was catching me. I was out of there. I guess it's a LAC story too, not just a Seattle one. But yeah, nigga moments are a real fucking thing. And this was back in what? This was back in 2012 when this happened. This is almost 10 years ago. So this shit isn't new. If they didn't say that happened just last night, that's not new. The one I talked about a few months ago is not new. If anybody wondering want to walk around with something like this, that's why. Are the people you're running into just nuts? They're nuts. I mean, yeah, it would at least have some rationale if they were like just trying to get my wallet or something. And by the way, it'd probably help if they had like a gun or something, or like an actual, something that's a real force multiplier. But no, these people are just fucking nuts. Hence this article, Zombie. Hey, why did I write it? I don't know, because shit like this happens. They're not going to stop. The only way they're going to stop is if you physically fucking stop. And then, this guy yesterday, all the other guys, they only stop when actual physical force was put out. I think that's a lesson everybody needs to know, And Bull Rush was the one who said, it's better them than you. I mean, I had to come to that. Definitely would have happened. Trust me, I had the guys fucking dead to rights. It could have got a lot more bloody, but you know what? I like walking away from these situations and going home. I don't like having to talk to the fucking police for 2-3 hours. Just saying. I self-identify as a supercar. Which one, Space Texan? So that's the real question. Jesus. All right. I don't know. Are we all caught up? I think I made my point. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hey, there's my answer. Next time I get this fucking question. Next time I get it, hey, I dress for nigga moments. What's a nigga moment? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. Here's the show from the Boondocks. What we got here? Is this the one? Here it is. I don't know how I keep winning prizes. I was Monty John Crump's channel. Again, John Crump Live. It was a pretty fun one. He had a man from Sierra's Firearms on. Somehow I ended up winning. I don't know what it is, but every time there's a contest something on this page, I'm just fucking around and end up winning something. This is one of the things I ended up winning. This is it's a straight razor. You can get this from LazarusRazors.com. Oh shit! I thought there was rust somehow appearing. It's like all of those kept this in the case in water or whatever. I ended up winning that, and I won something else last night from. Oh shit! Hang on. Oh, Bull Rush is here. Well, he can. I mean, he knows a little bit about combat. Let's see what he has to say. Mr. Lazarus Razors himself, what's going on?
Not much. A little apoplectic right now.
Damn. Don't hear that word too often. That's a good one, though. I got to add that one back to the repertoire. See what I did there? Jesus Christ.
Fucking. I cannot stand slow people, dude.
No. Is this a traffic issue?
No, this is a fucking human movement speed issue. Like fucking sense of urgency issue.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm at the fucking corner store this whole time.
Jesus. Okay. Now,
they had 2 motherfuckers on there, and there's a fucking line from the cash register almost all the way back to the back wall.
Jesus Christ.
And that lady that they had working at cashier, she only been there for like 2 weeks. And the other motherfucker that's been there for a while, he's like in the back room stocking and shit. I'm like, how do you not see a fucking line of people like where you're working?
But yeah, can we open up another fucking register or something? Well, I guess if it's a corner store, there probably isn't one. It's probably just one register.
And like, she walked all the way back there to go get him. And this old lady's just fucking taking her time, right? And so they go up there, and then there was a FedEx driver that had a problem and was talking to both of them. I'm like, does it need both of you? And like this whole time, no one's getting checked out. In the fucking line, just people just standing around. And I'm just like, dude, does it need both of you to address that person's issue? Or can one of y'all just handle that and the other person like check everybody out? God damn, man, I hate fucking stupid people.
I mean, it ain't even just stupid. It's like,
it's not the fact they're stupid. It's just the fact that they're wasting my time. That's what.
I was going to say. They obviously don't value their own goddamn time either. If they did, they'd act like they actually have fucking something to do.
Fucking slow boogie motherfuckers, dude. I wish I had like a bunch of firecrackers or something. I like the motherfucking just throw them out on the ground or something. Make them move a little bit faster.
I'd get shit done.
Yeah. Y'all can move fast. All right, cool. I was just checking. Motherfucker.
No, so this is a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice that you're moving this fucking slow. Okay. I got you.
I'm assuming that's what you were getting at the store.
Yeah, I was getting something to drink. I was fucking thirsty.
Fair enough. Yeah, we might be able to do that within the next month. So I actually might be able to go to I might actually be able to go to the 7-Eleven that's across the street without everybody chasing me down because I'm not wearing a certain stunning and brave covering here.
Bro,
that'd be nice.
I'd be involved in a fucking defensive shooting almost every night if I was up there.
Fuck. That's just called a goddamn work shift for me. Hell, speaking of shooting, I was showing it was the guy who
I saw that. Luke, you need to get a camera that has motion stabilization on it. Because I didn't see anything. Like I heard it, but I really couldn't see what was going on because the massive amount of glare. I thought you were shooting like a third Star Trek movie or some shit, dude. With all that lens.
No, the camera had a bunch of shit on it. It kind of sucks at most of shit anyways, but I just got finished holding the goddamn guy off with one hand while I'm like handing this poor lady her fucking order with the other one,
Was he on the steps or something to where you had to deliver?
Yeah. Yep. Well, he was on the steps. I mean, this is what I was saying. Like, here is okay. Here is the front door to the complex.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the call box. You got 8 feet in between those. There's the steps, and that's what he was sitting on. He was sitting directly in the middle of them, and that's why. Jesus Christ! And that's why, and then there was like a little wheelchair accessible ramp, and that's why I decided to walk up. Just so I didn't like have to like walk around him or anything like that. And basically that was the space that I had to work with. I mean,
okay.
There wasn't much getting around this guy.
I got you.
Like even if I wanted to. And just like I say, like, look, I've already done enough running on my. I'm not doing that shit anymore. Like, unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah. I don't blame you, man. They don't pay you enough for that shit.
No. Jesus Christ.
I'm There it is.
Yeah, this
There's my
this
new
is
avatar.
is Death Dwarf. Is that gonna be Rob's D&D character when he shows back up?
I don't know, man, but
Space texting, you're not wrong about that. Dude, I don't know about Houston or any other places, but I mean, I've heard stories where some people who like they drive for like Domino's or Pizza Hut, whatever, like they'll actually wear bulletproof vests, and it's actually saved their fucking lives on several occasions. And this is why I like driving shit that's not a script. It's like, okay, I'm not rolling.
well, the
I'm not
thing
a
about
rolling
it
thing
is,
of
like delivery drivers are going to have a lot of cash on hand usually. That's why they're such a target.
I think it was the men's room talked about this, and I think they should be live right now. Actually, they had a list of the top 10 most dangerous professions.
Yeah,
And,
delivery driver was one of them.
Yeah, it was like number 5 or number 4 or something.
Yeah, it's on the short list because they're an easy mark. That's why.
Oh shit! All right, John is confirming that vests are invented by a pizza delivery driver. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they were.
You know what? Yeah, he's right. I do remember reading that.
Motherfuckers taping telephone book pages to their chest.
Oh my god. No, this is part why I'm making this. Why I'm doing this. One, it's a pretty good story, but two is like, what was it? That girl I'm talking to right now. At least one of them was like, I showed her some of like what I'm wearing in the field. You know, and part of that is because, hey, you know, this is gonna be my way of playing this stupid fucking game we're playing. You know, two is like, it's like, dude, it's Seattle. Like you acting like it's you're acting like it's Inglewood or Compton or LA or New York or something like that. I was like, it's not that bad.
Yeah. How long has he been down there? Has he been down there before? Does he know?
Huh?
Has that person been down there, or do they live there? Do they know? Like, how do they know? They're like, it's not, motherfuckers always think like Compton's like the worst place. Like, there's no other types of those type of environments around. You know?
Right?
Like, man, we have a place like here where I live, not too far from it's kind of far from where I live, but not where I used to live. But there's a place called Acres Homes here in Houston, and I mean,
that sounds like it's right up there with Shady Estates.
Yeah, but I mean, it's called Acres Homes, and I mean, it's like in the middle of a subdivision. It's part of a subdivision. You turn down the wrong street, or you take the wrong exit, and you can turn in there, and you know, you're in the wrong part of town.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know where they're like. I would equivocate that place to Compton. I used to work with guys who used to live at Acres Homes.
I had never heard of Acres Home, but I mean, I'm not familiar with Houston.
Look it up. Just look it up, man. But yeah, I used to work with several guys that lived there. I heard a lot of stories, man.
Shit, I'll tell you about Seattle. This is an area reference heavily. I mean, if you know anybody up here, 3rd Street, that area is pretty well known.
Yeah.
Up here, like just damn near anywhere. I mean, there's a downtown part, specific parts of downtown. There's Pioneer Square where all kinds of shit happens. Like the police are down there pretty much on an hourly basis, responding to whatever the fuck is going on.
But it doesn't even matter though. That's not even the point. Like it's just that, like you're working in
there we go. Chirac is worse.
You're working in a high risk job, you know, and shit. I mean, you can go out in the burbs and get robbed, man. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to be in a bad part of town to get fucked up, you know.
Well, yeah, in the burbs would be more.
In fact,
yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, there's more of a chance there's actually some money to be stolen too. So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because there's that too, and plus like, you know, nicer neighborhoods and stuff. You can't. People tend to let their guard down a little bit more, or not be on.
That's
guard.
True.
They're not paying attention to stuff. You know. So, and that's a good time. That's when you get caught up with some dumb stuff because your awareness is lacking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, you lose your situational spatial awareness, like in that.
Yeah, you let your
And you had
situation
that
out.
comment. I think I retweeted it. It was like, people end up in a conversation and they don't realize it until they're several seconds into it. It's like by that time it's way too fucking late.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's why I was commenting on your stuff there. It's like, because Joe was gonna write. I told Joe that would be a really good, like a really good topic to discuss because he's done stuff on situational awareness. But the thing is, you can be situationally aware of what's going on, but like if you're having an interaction with somebody or a group of people, like there's things that are happening that people that they're not processing, and their brain is not processing that. Oh, this is a problem. Or,
yeah,
this is going to be dangerous. But and the thing is, though, I started thinking about. I'm like, how would people know about that unless they've been in it a few times? Because the only way I know is because I used to be a cop in the military, and so I have kind of like a sense of whenever something like that's going to go bad before. And people don't. And when I say people don't understand, they don't process it. Like they don't process it as a danger until they got like a knife or a gun in their face, and they're having to oh yeah. But there's stuff that happened before then that more often than not, it should have been triggering you to be like, oh, okay, this is a bad situation. I need to
you should have taken steps to either to get out of there or to confront it before it actually gets to that point.
Yeah. Like a guy, like he's like you last night walking up and there's a guy fucking sitting there muttering to himself and shit like a crazy person. That there is a bad situation. Like if it were me,
well, I kind of had that in mind. This is why I was watching the guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like me, and there's a dude sitting on a stoop somewhere muttering to himself. I would not have even approached him. I would have called that lady or something. Say, you need to bring your ass down here and get the food. I'm across the street in my car because there's a guy sitting on in your entrance area talking to himself. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. That's a potential hazard of a bad situation. That's a risk right there.
No, you're right about that. Maybe it is what I should have done. Who knows? I mean, but one, she paid me enough to actually take that risk. I mean, so, and that's just what I do anyways. One, two,
enough money in the world.
That could have very well put her at risk.
Better her than me. I mean, she's her food, man. I'm her damn food. She that hungry, she can come on down and get it.
Fair. I don't know, but I mean, well, that's what I don't know if you heard that. It was like, I mean, I kind of heard this escalate. I kept my eye on him. This is why I had a weapon in hand. Like when I actually finally came to that, it was like because I was paying attention to this guy. It was why I was able to hold him back. It wasn't like ambushed or anything.
But then that's the other thing too. It's like holding him back. I mean, it's like, dude, you're in it. If he's crowding you that much that you got to pull a weapon, you better be ready to go to work with it. Like if you're gonna pull
if he got any closer, I know exactly what I would have done.
No. See, that's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers, they don't understand. That's what I'm saying. People don't perceive that they're in a situation that can get out of hand really, really fast. I mean, within fractions of a second. Like that guy could have had a gun on him. He could have had a weapon, a knife, and you hold him off with a damn hammer. If it's maybe, but that's what I'm saying though. The maybe shit is what gets you killed. Okay, that's what I'm saying. The not recognizing when it's a really bad situation and it can go sideways real fast. That's what gets you killed. I just don't, just like being nice. Like if you're in that much of a concern that you pull a weapon, I'm of the opinion if I have to do it, I'm gonna use it. If I'm crowded that much by someone like I'm just gonna pull them and go to work because you've obviously gotten too close to my security zone, and
no, I get you.
And you sitting there, I don't care if you're crazy or not. I mean, I've dealt with crazy people. It's fine, but there's crazy people, and then there's crazy people that don't give a shit, you know. And you don't know what kind of crazy that dude was.
Yeah, I've dealt with people like him before. This is kind of why I did what I did, and I did, just okay. Maybe you could have had something concealed that I couldn't have discerned, but like outside of like a Derringer or something, he didn't have anything that I hadn't assessed him of carrying. Otherwise I would have just gotten the hell out of there. But Jesus Christ. No, but what you're saying is not wrong.
That's what I'm talking about. Like people, when I was talking about earlier about people not perceiving when they're actually in danger. People's perception of things is too slow. It's usually about like 3 or 4 seconds behind of what's actually happening. No,
I was acutely aware of where this guy was and what moves he could have taken. It wasn't very much that he could have done that I wouldn't have been able to that wouldn't be able to have thrown off. This is why I told the other stories, I mean, I guess you know what? Again, talk about lessons learned, like that whole story with the skateboard people. Yeah, that one I probably should have just been on. I should have been more on the offense, because these people actually were that kind of full fucking retard, Those guys I should have had on the ground. Whatever. This is why I carry a lot of what I have now. But you're not wrong in what you're saying. Like, yeah, they don't realize they're in until it's almost too late. This is what this guy kind of was like. He's still running his goddamn mouth. He kept enough of a fucking distance though.
Yeah. I don't mind talking. It's like talk all you want.
I'll tell you. Well, let me explain this real quick. Just approach him like, okay, I see the guy, and again, he's sitting in the middle of stuff, so I just go ahead and go around and I just take the little wheelchair ramp. He's just sitting there. He's on his phone, kind of I don't know, like he's watching something. Maybe he's maybe he's on the phone with somebody. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm kind of listening as I just say, greetings, good evening, whatever, like as I'm walking to the call box. Then that's when I start hearing, so like he's starting to get all purple salamandery. And so that's when I start assessing him while I'm trying to type it to the fucking call box. I'm like, okay. What's he carrying? What kind of mannerisms is he having? It's looking a little bit weird. So I was already assessing the guy even by that time. 21 feet. I'm not sure what you're referencing.
That's the personal area.
Oh,
21 feet between you and someone like that at all times. Because it doesn't seem, and that's 21 feet. That's a short distance if they run.
Yeah,
that's why we do. That's why we do Tooler drill.
Yeah, that's true. I think I made reference to that, like with with somebody drawing a firearm or something.
Yeah,
that's a little close.
Because you gotta you practice that. So I'm pretty sure it's a Tooler drill. But yeah, you get someone. Basically, what you're supposed to do is be able to draw and get at least one round off someone that's running at you from starting at 21 feet. And most people can cover. It's not that far. It seems like it's a lot. It seems like it's a lot of distance, but it's really not.
No,
you'd be surprised. And
it seems like until someone's running at you.
No, they'll just stand. Usually, the drill is like you get one person to stand 21 feet away from you, standing still, and then you turn around, and then and then there's like a whistle or something, and you turn around, and that starts running, and you turn around and pull your gun at the same time and try to hit them. But you don't fire at them, of course. But 21 foot rule can't defend against a knife with your gun at that distance. No, most likely not. I mean, unless you train a lot, most people can't do it, but you can train to.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say if that person knows what they're doing, no, he's not wrong.
Yeah. But he's right though, and I still wouldn't. I mean, I'd want more than 21 feet. But yeah, they can. That's another thing too. Like you can still train. You can still lose that contest there. Yeah, he's not wrong. He's 21 feet person with a knife. That's why I hate knives.
I think you may mention that more than once.
Bro, I hate knives, Mo. I don't like guns that much, but I really don't like knives. I carry a lot of them, but I don't like them.
Yeah, no, and this is why
7 steps.
Go.
7 steps. If they're a midget, maybe 12. Maybe 10.
Well, then, yeah, you're fighting against Odd Job here.
If you're going against Shaquille O'Neal, that's you're cutting that in half. It's like 3 steps. He's got you.
Right. No, I mean, this is why I stopped using the knives as a defense. I mean, well, first of all, it's not, like that's basically just enhanced hand to hand, really.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm never. You're never going to see me in a hand to hand fight ever. For that to happen, mistakes were made. That's all I'm going to say. I'm never going to be.
I'll tell you what my instructor, or not the grandmaster of the system at the time. He's passed on since, but it wouldn't have seen. I mean, he's the grandmaster of goddamn martial arts system. Which it teaches a lot of hand stuff. And even he says like the only reason you go see me, throwing punches and kicks and throwing people around and all this stuff is if like I've run out of ammo and both of my knives are broken. That's the only fucking time you're going to see me doing that shit. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. And even then, even in that case, I bet you homeboy's gonna be looking for a weapon of opportunity.
Yeah.
Damn piece of brick on the ground or a handful of sand or something. It's not. The whole point is to not make it a fair fight.
I even said that in the video, because you like, what the hell is it like? Why do you have the hammer? It's like I don't fight fair.
You're damn sure I'm gonna be the one going home.
Exactly.
I don't care. I don't care about fairness. I want to go home.
Yeah, that was one of the points. It was like, you know what?
Fair fights are for MMA and boxing and shit. That's for refereed sports. Okay, that's not street fight rules.
Space testing is not wrong, by the way.
Even with training, I say miraculous numbers of rounds just because they're just that tough. Yeah, he's true. And I mean, because the thing is, like most handgun rounds, people think that, they watch a lot of TV and stuff. They think they get shot one time from a handgun round and people just drop on TV. It's not like that.
No.
In real life, that it takes several rounds from handgun.
Yeah, I mean, some people were shot in the fucking heart, they kept fighting.
Well, yeah, because unless you get a headshot, you're not going to stop them from. They're going to keep moving. They're going to keep trucking. And the only reason that people die to gunshot wounds is from bleeding out.
Yeah, that's very true.
Unless
you hit, like you said, unless it was like a headshot or, you hit like a nerve cluster or something. Well, or it's something that it's a mobile. This is why I think Drew has talked about it in a Skip collapsitarian softball. Like this is why pelvic shots are that's a good area to aim because
and the pelvic girdle shots are devastating because you're hitting that hip area and that's you're creating mechanical trauma like to the area that makes them walk. So
exactly, it's incapacitation.
Yeah, it's a straight up incapacitation. And the thing is, it's but that's what I've always told people whenever I train them or anyone with a handgun. Like you 100% you're going to take up follow up shots. You're not going to get away with even with 9mm. You can be running Hydra-Shocks, the best woo round that you can get inside your 9mm handgun, and you're still going to take follow up shots. Expect it. It's going to happen. You're going to have to. Hell, you might have to empty that whole first mag and reload and keep shooting. Expect that.
Maggot shots, is that the one? I can't remember. I don't remember all it did for types of ammo. Is that the one that has like the barbs or something that comes out when the bowl expands or something like that?
What, Hydra Shock?
Yeah.
No, it's just a hollow point round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a hollow point. They've come out with better ones than that now. Since then, they've got the HST rounds. That's what I carry. That's a really good hollow point round. Yeah, and the Hornady has ones. They have like a little piece of like rubber, like vulcanized rubber, inside the hollow point cavity. That's a really good one too. Yeah, because it makes the round less blind against barriers.
Interesting.
Because usually what happens with a hollow point round, if you're shooting at something without a barrier, right, like a wall or a windshield, it's fine. It'll act like a hollow point, and it'll once it hits like a like a body or something, it'll spread out. The round will spread out like a little flower petal, like it should. However, with if you're shooting through a barrier with hollow points, that hollow point cavity is going to get filled up with shit going of whatever it goes through, and it's going to act like a ball round then, because it can't.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the problem with that is that whenever you have a hollow point that where the cavity gets full of stuff, of material, it can't spread out like it should, and it starts to act like a ball round, and ball rounds go through people. They have a higher risk of going through somebody and probably hitting somebody else and stuff. That's the reason a lot of people carry hollow points, and that's because a hollow point round is actually safer to run, and especially in a situation where you're shooting and it's a public area, than a ball round. Ball rounds, better chance of going through people. Like their penetration is a lot higher than the regular hollow point rounds.
Yeah, that's right. The whole point of hollow rounds, you get all the energy, it just stops in that one person, and you don't hit anyone else.
That's what you want.
By the way, hey, remember way back when? I still remember hearing this shit on the start. Remember when they were called freaking cop killer bullets or something like that? Because
called what?
They basically said cop killer bullets. Remember that?
Oh yeah, they said the cop round or cop. They're not, dude.
Jesus Christ.
They don't,
dude.
Yeah, they don't do. It's just bullshit. They don't do as well against armor.
It was like, I don't know. Like, I knew nothing about actual firearms or anything back then, and even I knew that was bullshit. Oh my god. Yeah,
they're not. I don't know why they did that. Why they called them cop killer bullets.
It was just another freaking gun control. It was that whole narrative. That's what all that stuff is, really. No, Space Texas has a problem with you there.
Oh, I'm fine with that. You want to shoot full metal jacket? Go ahead. Shit. I ain't gonna tell you what to shoot. You shoot what you want. I'm serious. It's fucking free country. You shoot whatever you like. Just don't shoot me.
I got a question for you. Because I was showing this guy. He has to deal with situations at this store. That it's the only one that I shop in person at. He's waiting to get, what the hell is it? It's one of these guns, but it shoots it shoots balls the size of like paintball markers, but they're pepper balls.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Like he shoots them? Like he goes around shooting people with them, or that's like a personal defense weapon he uses? That's
what he's talking about. What the hell was the brand? I can't pull it up now because I'm streaming.
Yeah, I mean that shit's fine, but I mean, you can shoot pepper balls, but that person's like high or fucked up or on drugs or something. That shit that's not gonna phase them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean,
it'd be nice to hit somebody from like 40, 50 feet away, if it does shoot that far. But
It's not. I'll put it this way. It's not something I would bet my life on. I wouldn't trust my life to something like some shit like that. That's just that there is just it's what I call half measures, and that's another thing that'll get you killed.
Yeah,
half measures. That's why I don't believe in like pulling a gun or brandishing a gun or any other type of weapon just to scare somebody.
No, that shit against
Well, aside from the legalities of it, aside from the legalities of it, if I feel that crowded by someone that I have to pull a weapon, I'm going to use it. It's 100% bet.
No, you mean look, you're not wrong about that, but I mean, again, like you said, the whole point is
Oh no, I agree. I agree with SpaceX. Yeah, it's all good, man. I don't. We have our own preferences, man. Everyone's got them. I like ball rounds too. Full Metal Jacket, give me some.
Yeah, it's all different situations,
The main point is if it works for you, it's good.
No,
I mean it's like this. Like if I ran out of my precious HST rounds and all I had was 9mm ball, I have no problem loading my fucking magazines up with 9mm ball and carrying it inside my concealed carry weapon. I don't give a shit because I want to go home at the end of the day.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the whole point of all this. Was like, the point is to go home. Without any physical consequences, legal, mental, whatever.
I don't even give a shit about legal consequences because I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Fuck them.
Right, but you can go home. I was thinking about that on the way. I was like, shit. I barely have the fucking adrenaline shakes, dude. Like, I'm driving home, like I'm just thinking about what the hell I want to buy, and that's kind of the situation. That was probably the best way for that to end. You know what? Like, this guy didn't have to get cleaned up off the ground. You know what? This is the kind of person that, it would have been nice to have, it would have been nice to have been the person that make him learn his lesson or be incapable of learning any lesson ever again. But you know what? That's the kind of person that's going to get himself, he's going to get himself in some situation, where somebody isn't going to care about just, like wanting to just go home and drink and then maybe talk about this later, He's going to end up in a situation with somebody, who's going to be a lot more like him, but, it isn't going to be worried about dealing with other shit down the line. I'm not even sure about warning shots.
Well, no, he said a warning shout. He said he's going to.
Warning shout. Okay.
I mean, I see what he's saying, and I mean, depending on the, I guess depending on what the circumstances are, it's fine. But I mean, all I gotta say, you're a very kind person, Space Texan, because I don't think I would give anybody.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's all about context. I mean, I did what I did because.
And 9 times out of 10, if you're in a situation like that, you're not going to have time to give anybody a warning shout. More times than not, but there are sometimes, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, especially if you're talking like if you feel a need to actually pull a fireman, you're literally bringing in deadly force. So if you're feeling the need to do that, then I don't know. That if I'm pulling out a gun, then I'm using it. It's like you said,
Yeah, because with civilian defensive gun use, it's like you're put under a microscope. It's like the only time you can pull your weapon and use it in a defensive situation is if your life is an immediate danger.
Exactly.
It's not like, oh, I feel scared. It's you're in immediate danger of loss.
If you don't use this, you and or somebody else is going down.
Yeah.
So.
And Texas is kind of special too because we have we can defend our property too, which is another thing that some people don't understand about that too. Like you're also defending not only your life or
here you go
family, but there's your property as well.
Yeah,
But yeah,
there you go. John Rice just said it.
yeah, warning shots will fuck you up in court. A lawyer, it wouldn't even be a good lawyer could take you apart.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, look, if you're discharging,
that's why cops don't do warning shots. That's why cops pull a gun. They have to use it. You know, they have to use it because they're held to the same standards that everyone else is.
Right, and this is what I mean. Look at my situation. Maybe you disagree, or you have your own. I get it. I did what I did, and that de-escalated enough that it didn't have to actually get into an like shots didn't have to be fired or punches didn't get thrown or anything like that. That was enough to. I mean, what I did was enough to actually stop the guy.
Yeah, I mean,
it wouldn't have taken me any time to to take any further measures if he didn't stop.
Yeah, because the first thing you want to do
I am fairly decent at reading that kind of body language.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean I haven't fucked up before. It's just that I do have that experience.
Yeah, but another thing about it is that you have to, you want to try to de-escalate a situation as best you can.
Right.
And de-escalation doesn't work. Then that's whenever you got to go to the next level.
Exactly. No, I 100% agree with you. Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this crazy person talking shit to you, just either ignore them. Like, don't engage them verbally, or if you do have to engage them verbally, try to de-escalate the situation as best you can. And if that doesn't work, then you make sure he can't be a threat at all after that point. Like, you don't stop until then, because we taught this, and I guess this would be more kind of like what Space Texas is talking about here. Although this more, I just wouldn't blast a dude roughing up a girl unless he didn't listen. Yeah, I mean, even that stuff there can get you fucked up too. I mean, I've seen that shit go sideways too, being a white knight and all. Like, I would, if I saw something like that, I'd be on my phone calling the cops and being a good witness.
Yeah,
but if it's something where like it takes, if there's in the instance, like if he's roughing her up and she's like, I think he's gonna fucking kill her, then yeah, you gotta do something to intervene.
Yeah. What's up, Wade? By the way,
I mean, you don't have to. I would, but I mean, I would feel compelled to. But that's just my personal perspective. And if someone had chosen not to get involved, I mean, I respect that too. So.
Yeah, I mean, these days, unless it's somebody that I know, like, I'm not going to get engaged in it, because now I'm putting my life in jeopardy in a situation that I, more or less don't have to be in.
Yes, John, people do underestimate knives. I don't. I fucking don't. But a lot of people do. Hell yeah. I don't know if it's equal to a gun, but.
That I wouldn't say.
I don't know, like, what. I mean, that's a very broad comparison. Knife is equal to. I mean, I guess
it's kind of, well. Hey, knives. You don't have to reload. They don't make a lot of noise, but it's kind of hard to hit somebody at 30 feet with a knife. Unless you know what you're doing.
The thing is, knives are concealable, man. That's why I don't like them. Knives are concealable, and they're quiet.
Well, and this goes back to my point.
And knives are kind of like guns in that you're going to take follow-up shots. Because anytime it goes back to the thing where I was saying people watch too much TV. You don't just stick somebody if you're going to use a knife, you don't stick somebody just one time and they fall over. That doesn't happen in real life. Like, they take you just keep hammering at them until they drop. And I mean, you can get your arm tired doing shit like that.
No, you have to actually know where your target is, be able to hit them if possible. We actually thought how to do, like, I think it's bayonets. You do this too, and now Joe's going to show up.
Bayonets, because we did K-bar fighting and stuff like that too. I'm not saying I'm fucking. And when I say that, don't conflate that that I'm saying I'm a fucking ninja or something with a knife. I'm not. I know very basic shit, and I know just enough to probably get myself fucked up. Put you that way. I know enough to stay the fuck away from them.
Hey, trust me. The basics will save my ass more than once. Just saying. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Butcher knife is going to give you a wound worse than most. Yeah.
Well, he's not wrong. That's just a real specific application you're going to be using that with.
Yeah. My thing is like I'm not worried. I'm worried about the knife that I can't see.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like
that's my philosophy with knives. Like those are assassination weapons.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want anyone seeing.
Yeah, because it's not like the movies. It's not like people they'll present the knife and they're like 15, 20 feet away from you and they'll pull their knife. It's like, no, dude, that shit don't happen like that. I mean, unless they're stupid. I mean, I have seen video of people like pulling a knife on somebody and they're like 20 feet away and it's like, and the other person has a gun. It's like, dude, you just go get shot.
He's right. Oh, Red is going live today. Okay, cool. We'll get the hell out of here and watch that at some point. All right. You want to take this one before I do? Because I actually do have a thought on this.
I've seen way more people die from one knife. Yes, he's correct. Depending on where they get stuck at, yeah. Because a knife, depending on the dimensions of the knife, it can cause a worse wound cavity than a gunshot wound.
Yeah. It would also depend on the round. Okay, maybe we're just talking handgun rounds. Obviously nobody wants to get shot with a 5.56.
I'm referring to handgun rounds to be more specific. Right. Yeah, but I'm not talking about like 44, 10 millimeter shit. I'm talking about normal, everyday, average.
9, 22, 40,
380, and 40 cal stuff like. Yeah, there is some wisdom and some truth in that. What he's saying is that depending on the knife and stuff like that, it can be more devastating. Wound cavity than a
boy, we were talking. This is why I brought up the bayonets. The way you want to actually use it just depends on where you're using, the size of the knife, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're stabbing, and you twist. That actually will cause a lot of internal damage, and depending on where you're actually targeting, whether they actually do that or not, and then you pull out, like that can create damn near a fucking what do you call it? Like a shotgun sized well, not an exit one obviously, but that can create a lot of trauma.
Yeah, it just depends on the
there's
where you use it.
Oh,
that's
number one. Number two,
that's the thing with knives. It's like real estate. It's location. Right.
Yeah, you're right. And then the other thing is I mean, I don't know if you knew this, Bull Rush. Gunpowder. The gunpowder that actually is the propellant for knife, kind of hot.
Yeah.
So they tend to be those intros. They tend to be self-cauterizing. So.
Yes and no.
Depending.
It's not really that. It's mainly the wound cavity from the hydrostatic shock that you got to worry about.
Right, there's that too. But yeah, he's not wrong. I'd rather than either, but okay.
I agree. I have to agree with that. I'd rather do a gunfight than a knife fight. Because knife fights are brutal, dude. I've never been in one, thank God, but I know guys have been in one, and more than one, and they also agree that they would rather be in a gunfight than a knife fight.
Yeah, that shit can go real messy.
Well, you're gonna get cut no matter what.
Yeah.
That's what they've all told me. Is like if you get a knife fight, you're gonna get cut. You're gonna get cut bad. And mainly when you get in a knife fight, it's mainly a fight of attrition. It's whoever bleeds out first or bleeds out last is gonna be the winner.
And you still might bleed out afterwards.
Yeah, and you still might die. Who knows?
Yeah, my preferred, like if I'm defending against a knife, this is part of my.
I try not to defend against a knife. I try to run away. That's my defense.
No, there's that too. But if I have to, you want to know what I do? And I got in trouble. I sort of got in trouble because we were supposed to be practicing something entirely different. Like, no, I'm kicking it. Like still, it's kind of hard for a blade to actually cut through steel-toe boots. Just saying.
Yeah.
Texan, you're not wrong. Hey, Musashi said it best. This is the guy who's famous for his swordsmanship. It's like two weapons you want to or the two things you want to have in a fight is a longbow and a fast horse. The former being that you want to be able to reach out and touch somebody, at a distance they can't touch you, and the latter is like you want to be able to get out of some shit faster than you got into it.
Like touch my finger from far away. Let's be civil. Like, yeah, no shit, man. Let's be civil.
Let's be civil.
I got shot, and his reaction was, "Damn, that's hot." 45 ACP. Yeah, that's another FUD lore kind of myth. Is that 45 will drop someone with one round? That's not true. I've seen.
Oh God, I've heard the goddamn ammo wars that keeps going on. Like Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I mean, 45 is a devastating round, but it's still a handgun round, and it's I've seen people where people have gotten shot multiple times with 45 round, and they still keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing about a fight. It's one kind of one chance. You never know what's going to happen.
I think people underestimate the effect adrenaline has on people. It fucking turns you into Superman, and it's scary.
Yeah.
And that's even if they're not on any other kind of drugs or dope or anything like that, or drunk. Engage, run, food. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I'm Captain Picard. I'm like warp speed, engage.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you're not a man. It's like, hey, you know what? Guess what? I'm alive. I get to go home to my booze cabinet, eat some delicious food and all this stuff, and then maybe talk to some women and maybe have them back over. Like I'm not in the ground and I'm not in court. Two places I don't want to be, or the hospital for that matter.
It's just the thing. Like anyone that says that shit like that, they've never been in those kind of altercations before.
Right. Exactly.
Mostly because like people that have been will say, do what you got, do everything you can to get out of it alive.
Exactly.
And if you have to run, that's what you have to do.
Yeah. If you can't, get the hell out of there.
And like I said, people that say shit like that, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They watch too much TV.
They watch. You beat me to it. They watch way too much TV. They watch movies and do all this other. They think they're they think they're Rambo.
Yeah.
They
think they're Rambo.
Jesus.
Don't get me wrong, I like Rambo. I watched that shit growing up, man. I loved it. They wouldn't be able to make that kind of movie these days anymore.
Oh,
well, they made John Wick, but it's not really the same. I like Capacity.
I still haven't seen John Wick actually. I haven't really seen most new stuff.
They're really good. I like them. I like Capacity. If I can get your head down, I want to keep it. That's why I tell most of my girlfriends too. Space section.
This is what I usually do in everyone's chat. So you're to turn the conversation and that kind of thing.
But yeah, I agree with you about the capacity part. It's like I had a buddy of mine a few weeks back, probably about 6-7 weeks ago. He got a gun, first time gun owner. He texted me. He's like, "How many rounds should I have?" I said, "More."
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
but
the correct
right
answer.
amount? I said, "What do you have right now?" And he's like, "I got about 500 rounds." I said, "More." He's like, "How much more?" "More." And he's like, "Okay, I get it." I'm like, all right, dude.
Hey, as much I don't. It's not really giving them shit, but I always make comment. What the hell? What's that? Yo, Skip. Skip is.
I'll tell you what, dude. John Wick. He got, or the guy that played the character. What's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, man. He got to go to. He got some really good training to do that. Movie.
Oh, cool. I gotta watch that then.
Yeah, I forget.
I cancel my Netflix.
What's your chat guys know? What's the name of that because I can't remember right now. It's some guy in California. I think he went to get the training from. I can't remember.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
This dude's name. Dude. Maybe they know. But yeah,
there he goes. He's right. There we go.
Keep her
Hey, yes, sweetheart. It's for your safety. Let me keep my head up here. You can keep yours down there. You know, keep going. I've got this. I don't know. We'll see if we can get that. And I got to get out of here in a few minutes.
Krav Maga. John, what about it?
I think he may be saying that's what. I don't know. Maybe it was a Krav Maga instructor that trained him. I don't know.
No, that's no. I was talking about the guy who trained him, who trained Keanu Reeves, because he's got like a. He used to be a competitive shooter. Now he's got like his own fucking training academy and stuff out there. I think in California somewhere, or Nevada or some shit. Dude, that's gonna bug the living shit out of me.
Came on. Oh no!
Who trained? I don't know. If that works. Yeah, Terran Tactical. That's the name of it.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Oh god damn! Well, I can't go on. I can't go to it because I'm only able to log on to this device because.
Yeah, he went to Terran Tactical and got trained by old man Terran.
Okay.
I think Terran's retired now, but he still trains for shooting, competitive shooting. I think he's got like his own team or some shit like that. But he's still pretty quick. He's still pretty quick on draw. Roadhead meets gunfight head.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Triggered Space Texan, dude. He's on it now.
You should see him in
I think me and him could have some beers, man. We get in trouble.
He's a mod on John Crump's channel. And he's also in what's the name of Dark's channel, which is
yeah?
He renamed it DLD After Dark.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm pretty sure me and Space Texan would have we burn some fucking shit down if we got together.
Oh, and he figured it out too. There you go.
Yeah, Terran Tactical. Good job. He's got a weird name. I'm really bad at names, so I can't.
Oh shit, he's live too, actually.
Terran Tactical?
No, John Crump. He's a mod there. Now I am too. Which actually, that happened to. I don't know. That actually happened to be a good thing. I was thinking like, okay, that. What could possibly go wrong?
I actually caught that episode a few days ago. I think it was Sunday. On D&D, where he was talking about changing the name of the channel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't understand most of it. I was just like, okay.
Oh.
Or I guess I assumed there was a bunch of drama.
There is.
I was just getting in there. Like at the end of it, I was just like, I don't understand what's going on here.
It was. I mean, the long and short of it, DLD stands for Dark Like Dugan. That was the three people who had started that channel, and then Dugan, who was one of the people, like he ended up leaving, and Dark keeps getting blamed for him leaving or doxing him or like being an ATF agent or all kinds of horse shit. And I think I had caught one of those because I'm a mod on that channel too. I ended up swatting them, and then I sort of got in trouble for doing that. I was like, "Hey, I'm doing my fucking job. Like, this guy's derailing the whole fucking show."
I don't know. YouTube internet drama. I wonder sometimes it's most of the time it's just not even worth addressing.
No, I mean I still don't know.
What's my channel? Do I have a channel? I don't.
You do, and I was gonna. I mean, well, I'm gonna close out in a minute. And I was gonna actually bring that up. But glad you did. Oh, we need to bring this up too.
I don't have a channel. I have a straight razor site though that you can buy stuff from.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna make me do all the work here. Oh my god.
Well, I've got some
Man.
safety razor there too. So if you don't want to make that jump to a straight razor, you just want to get your toes wet with a safety razor, because they're cheaper anyway. The safety razors are cheaper too. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to get my. I don't think he's. I don't think he would get into the whole straight razor thing, but
Well, that's why I'm
I
starting.
think he would like the. I think he would like the safety razor.
Yeah, that's why I'm starting to introduce some more the safety razors and stuff like that. They're vintage straight safety razors from like the 40s. They're Gillette safety razors. And what I did, I cleaned them up. I took them to a guy that does Cerakote, and I got a Cerakote job on them. And
Okay.
yeah, I used one the other day just to test it. Man, that thing is buttery smooth, man. Like if you want like a really good, like a solid safety razor that's like real, that's not like real aggressive or anything, those would be a really good one for someone just starting out. I prefer a little bit of aggressive one, because I have a Mula R43, and that's a super aggressive razor. I got the 2013 version, the bad motherfucker.
All right.
Because they got a that Mula R43 back in 2013 when it came out. It was tearing guys' faces up, because it was a super aggressive safety razor, because the blade gap on it was really wide. It was like twice as wide as a normal safety razor. And guys, what happened was guys were too fucking heavy-handed, and they were getting like some serious razor burn and shit from it.
I would imagine whatever products they were using, like, you know, like the, not the gel, but like the foam or whatever you call it.
No. Well, no, I mean, it doesn't matter because guys were using they were using all different kinds of product. It's just the blade gap on that Mula, that year model of Mula. It had a very aggressive, had a very wide blade gap, and it exposed more of the blade edge while you were shaving.
Oh, I see.
So the thing is, it's like you can still use it. It's just you got to have a soft hand with it. You know,
you got to be careful with it. Oh, it is. Okay, there's the AT. I'm logging into your site now to put it in the chat.
I mean, the thing was like that's what and guys were saying, well, it's a bad razor. It's like, no, it's a good razor. It's just you have to. I wouldn't give it to someone who's like a new person to shaving, but like for me, I have no problem with it. It delivers one of the only
Jesus
one of the closest shaves that I've ever had. The only closer shave I've ever gotten is through a straight razor. But if you want to get shaved close, that Mula will do it. But you gotta have.
There we go.
You can't.
Okay. All right. So address this, and then we'll get back to the razors thing. So those 3 channels that I put in there. First one's Bull Rush. Second one's Nick August, who he used to be the main host of Let 'Em Burn. And the third one is Rob Says. So one of these 3, I think, is it Rob who's hosting tomorrow?
Rob's got Rob's hosting tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one, man. He's talking about chasing the dragon. So.
Oh boy. Well, they're all good ones. Dude, that last week, man, was like, yeah, almost fucking. Speaking of third Ave, like, I almost crashed to a fucking bus. I was laughing so goddamn hard, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, I got some bourbon in me. I had some bourbon in me last week. I was sitting here with a bottle of Maker's Mark 43.
Oh,
like a little pint bottle. I was just refilling. Then I lost track.
Jesus, you get in trouble doing that, man. When I was like, I had to learn real quick. Like, okay, maybe don't drink bourbon during the show because things might go south quickly.
It was going to go south anyway, man. Fuck.
All right.
I was betting on it. I was just like, it's going south anyway. Let me just get something to drink and watch the world collide. John's like, what did John say? I use water. Yeah. To shave with?
Well, he's John Wick, remember?
Yeah, he's John Wick, dude. And
the last I checked, kind of had the scruff thing going on, but okay, who's counting?
John, what do you use for safety? Like, what kind of safety razor do you use?
Speaking of which, this is a product. This is the Let 'Em Burn that I somehow won because I was trying to make fun of Houston.
Yeah.
Nick pulled my name out of a hat. You can see the artwork and the work that's gone onto this.
Yeah.
I mean, these things come in wicked freaking sharp.
Well, yeah, because I sharpen them.
Yeah, so
And
because blow charges.
Well, the thing is, it's like most. Oh, and you need to keep some kind of oil on that blade so it doesn't start pitting from rust.
Okay, yeah, I do need to address that.
Because unless you're using it every day or every other day, it's gonna start. Because that's a high carbon blade, and then they rust.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
anything high carbon, because no reason brings that up. Yeah, high carbon, it holds a really good edge. You can actually get a really good edge on those. But yeah, they're highly susceptible to rust.
But yeah, the thing is, like, even if you bought like a present or a modern Dovo blade or a Boker, even Boker, sometimes they're out of the box. They're not going to be what I would consider shave ready, even though they say they are. They're really not. So, but
yeah,
like whenever someone orders one for me, that motherfucker's ready out the box. Because I go through a progression. Sharpening progression with stones up to 12K, and then I finish on a black Arkansas, and then I strop it. I actually have two on the finishing strop. I have a piece of fire hose, 3-inch wide fire hose, that on one side I have 1 micron polishing, like a polishing wax on it, and then the other, and I'll flip it over, and I have another polishing compound that's 0.2 micron. That's like 160,000 grit.
Wow.
And then I do 6 laps on each side with that one. Then I put it on my horsehide leather strop for about 50 laps, and that motherfucker is done after that. That's why it's so sharp. And like you know how you were commenting on IG about the paper test, where you cut a piece of paper with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why people do that, right?
It was just a habit I picked up.
Yeah, it's not to see if it's sharp enough to cut paper. That's not the point, because if it's telephone book paper, a fucking fork will cut it. A dull butter knife will cut it. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to be listening for the audible feedback of it going through that paper. Okay, so like that sound that it makes going through paper, that knife cut through the paper, the more quiet it is, the sharper that fucking blade is. That's why they do it. Because the edge, the finer that edge is, the less friction it's gonna be creating going through that paper. And
it's a friction test. Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that, but I never really thought it out like you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you made mention that. Well, I can tell you this, there's a site right there, LazarusRazors.com. Yeah, like I did that, I just kind of do it, just. Dude,
is that true? Not for show. Come out with a safety razor? I gotta look this shit out, man.
I don't know.
Why? Like, that's fucking random, right?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of random things on that show.
They have their own safety. That's something, dude. Yeah, I've dwindled over the years. My collection has dwindled down to 2 safety razors, and one of them is that Mula R fucking 41 or 31 or whatever I was mentioning earlier, and the other one that I'm probably going to be buried with is my above the tie open comb slant safety razor. I've taken that safety razor, and I've cut through a month's worth of hair before. With a feather blade. I mean, it's not even there.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's what I'll get. I think that's what I'll get my pops. Actually, I think he'll actually use that more than he would a straight razor. I think that's a little bit more kind of involved in all that stuff, and
Well,
He's not the kind of person to
well,
do
you
all
probably
that.
don't want to get it from above the tie because those things, that's like a $200 safety razor. But it's machined out of it's CNC machined out of some kind of aluminum. It's like a heavy aluminum.
Oh,
But I fucking love it. I love the weight and everything of it. It's excellent.
all right.
I got big long hands and fingers and shit. And that's why I like you. They have a long handle on it. That's what I like about it. But
All right.
But yeah, if you're gonna give him one of the ones I have.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. You know, I would get one from you to give them.
Yeah, because I can't tell you, I can't express how smooth it is with that Cerakote finish on it. Like I was surprised. I didn't think it was that smooth, but it was. It's like it just slides. It was so smooth that whenever I did my my second pass on my shaves, I didn't even put any extra shave soap on me at all. Like I washed it all off, and I just went straight to skin with it, and it was just buttery smooth.
I've heard that line before.
Buttery smooth.
All right, man. We're gonna get out of here. Yeah, thanks for coming on and putting your commentary on as far as that goes.
Yeah, be careful.
You ever hear the term? You ever hear the term nigga moment?
Nigga moment? No.
Yeah. No, I heard it from the Boondocks.
Really?
Like-
Boondock saying?
Yeah. No, not
Boondock.
Boondock. No, it's a cartoon.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've never heard.
No, just look it up on YouTube. I think they went for 3 series or something. The episode in question is season 1, episode 4. And they kind of explain it. The story I was telling like way back then was the guys who was trying to he was like trying to steal my friend's bike or something. Then he almost caught up to me, and I had like basically the point of my knife like right on the solar plexus.
Ew.
Yeah. Talk about the whole thing of people running after you, like. Yeah. So this whole concept is not new. Like people have been doing this. Shit has been a thing for a while. So
Yeah. Just be careful, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I worry about you sometimes.
I
I don't want
I know my
anyone making like a
environment.
lampshade out of your ass.
they do it to make it on the news.
And don't
Also,
overestimate,
another place I don't want to be.
don't overestimate your fucking abilities either, because that'll get you killed too.
Yes, it will.
I can handle that motherfucker. No, you can't. That's when you start saying shit like that. That's when you get handled. That's when someone go body your ass. Like, oh, I can handle him. He's light work. Okay. Ask me how I know.
Exactly.
Because I'm just real quick though. Like I've seen dudes when I was in the military, like small dudes, like 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", whoop dudes' ass that was a lot bigger than them. Because they were more highly skilled, and the other dude just overestimated them or underestimated them.
Yeah, no, my instructor's 5'8" or so, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's going on? I want to know what is one of his sayings as far as that goes. Like, who the tallest person is at the end of the fight?
Was that?
Last one standing.
That's right. That's why you never go to the ground on a street fight.
Well, that too. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad
Chances
you brought
are
this
you're
up.
never going to get back up. You're not going to get back up.
Never go to ground.
Like I like the all the Brazilian jiu-jitsu stuff, and it's great to learn. But man, I'll just never, like, I'm not going to use that ground shit a whole lot. I'm not going to use any of it. That's why I shoot people. I got a bad back. I can't be fucking running around rolling on the ground with people anymore.
Oh, fuck that nonsense.
Yeah. All I need is a fucking fucking ruptured disc in the middle of a fucking fight. Great.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
That's not to have to deal with that. All right, man. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm actually running out of battery power too now.
Uh-oh.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. You'll appreciate it. I will see all of you assholes on Saturday maybe Friday, depending on
Yeah,
how
I'm
much time
gonna
we got.
go over to what's his name site and watch that.
So, John's?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go harass his chat. Oh, hang on, real quick. John has cleared up something for you.
Walmart sold the Pawn Stars. Oh,
Oh,
I did not know that, dude. I didn't even know they had a safety razor. That's so random. But okay. I'm gonna go check it out. Shit.
The more you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out. Just cause.
Cool. I'm gonna go harass John's chat too. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hell, more now than ever. Until next time, stay dangerous, keep it tactical, and above all else, be chaos, my friends.
Yeah.